Guys, BeFlyDos here. So I haven't uploaded a video about this channel main theme in quite some time, so I decided to make a video about the top 5 Butterfly Effect video games. Note that I love equally all of these games, so the row doesn't matter. Number 5. Beyond Two Souls. Beyond Two Souls is an interactive drama adventure video game giving emphasis to decision making. The two main characters are Jodie and Aiden. Jodie is a young girl who possesses supernatural powers due to Aiden. Aiden is a separate soul linked with Jodie since birth and can freely move through walls, ceilings, and other obstacles. The gameplay's plot is revealed as the player makes choices throughout the game. These choices are typically moral decisions made through Jodie's dialogue options, interventions with various characters, success or failure in her combat scenes, or psychic actions that the player chooses to have Aiden perform. For example, there is a chapter named The Party where the player is given a choice of unleashing brutal revenge towards a group of bullies or simply run away. Number 4. Until Dawn. Until Dawn is a drama survival horror game based on the Butterfly Effect. The game begins with 8 friends celebrating their annual winter getaway at Blackwood Pines Lodge, owned by their mutual friends Josh and his twin sisters Hannah and Beth. The game gets a dramatic plot when 5 of these friends try to humiliate Hannah. This action will then lead to a series of catastrophic events. The gameplay is focused on exploration, quick time events, and discovering clues, as well as making decisions. There is an in-game system that will keep track of all of the clues and secrets players have discovered in total, even if there are multiple playthroughs. These clues will allow the player to piece together the mysteries of Blackwood. In terms of gameplay, mechanics, and theme, Until Dawn has a lot of similarities with the previous game we analyzed, Beyond Two Souls. Number 3. Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is a mystery adventure game with the best plot in my opinion. The game features 4 diverse protagonists involved with the mystery of the Origami Killer, a serial killer who uses extended periods of rainfall to draw on his victims. The main characters can be killed, and certain actions may lead to different scenes and endings. There are 4 main characters: Ethan Mars, Scott Shelby, Norman Jayden, and Madison Page. I will talk about Ethan, who you get to play in the beginning of the game, because I don't want to give you guys any spoilers. Ethan is an architect with a wife and 2 sons. 2 years prior to the main story, his elder son Jason dies in a car accident. After the accident, Ethan remains depressed and full of grief. He suffers from extreme anxiety and lives alone, distant from his other son, named Sean. Ethan soon discovers that Sean may become the next victim of the Origami Killer and is forced to go through 5 extremely painful and life-threatening trials. Number 2. The Walking Dead series. The game takes place in the same fictional world as the comic, with events occurring shortly after the onset of the zombie apocalypse in Georgia. However, most of the characters are original to the game. Season 1 centers on university professor Lee Everett, who rescues a young girl named Clementine, trying to protect her from the dangers of zombies and dangerous people. The Walking Dead games follow the point-and-click adventure game approach. Within an episode, the player controls a protagonist as the story progresses through several scenes. Within a scene, the player can move the character to explore the area, examine items, and initiate conversation trees with non-player characters. In these dialogues, the player has the option of selecting a number of options to reply to characters, including the option to stay silent. Other scenes are based on cinematic elements, using quick-time events in which the player must hit a command as indicated on screen. Number 1. Life is Strange. Life is Strange is an episodic graphic adventure game consisting of 5 episodes. The game's plot focuses on Max, a photography student who discovers that she has the ability to rewind time at any moment. After having foreseen an approaching storm, Max must take on the responsibility to prevent it from destroying her town. The mechanic of rewinding time allows the player to redo any action that has been taken. The player can examine and interact with objects, which enables puzzle solving in the form of quests and making changes to the environment. In some instances, choices in dialogue affect the story through short or long-term consequences. For each one of the choices, something good in the short term could turn out worse later. That's all for this video. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to watch the introduction video. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. See you guys in the next episode.